And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the boot. You go pilot. 64. Weak. You got time right there.
Out of the gun, Daniel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check it back. Check it.
49, check 49. 18.
Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
He's stopped right there. 3 down. Ran. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Yo. Alert.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
This is Cohen, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Room here to run. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Chargers. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Seven, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
He's checking.
White!
Check.
White, 89!
They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 79!
Slam!
Run 80!
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike, check. 59.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. Past the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch the whip.
To try again after the sack. Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Lock in, lock in. No. Off. Check 99. Check.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Alert. Man, I got you.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky finding Gabriel complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Check 52. Check 52.
First down, a run with Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
35-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On third down, a run with Cohen. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 13-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks second and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. He may try and run, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, box drop. Twist.
Lights 57's left. Focus, defense, focus.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. That's pulled in at the 32. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. Run.
58, Mike. Check back. Slit.
Hey, downtown.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Second half starts with a run by Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 27-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Wahoo! 180!
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And down in inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They're 180, 190.
44. Hey, pick your game up.
89.
44's mine. 44's mine. Check.
Load it.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Okay. Red. Right front 80.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Wait, 89.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal.
Load it.
Motion. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On first down, it's Cohen. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And picked up by the Chargers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2.
White!
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Q.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Bravo!
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Open man there is Patterson, complete. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 4. Hey, I got number 80.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check. Check hot route. 6-6. Pull it high. Switch. Alert, 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 alert. Joker, 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 joker.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tavon Austin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Trubisky to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. He's going to look for Allen now in the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Alert, 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 alert. Blue, blue, blue.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Safe. Kill, kill, kill. Watch the safety creep.
Alert, 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 alert. Ran, tell him.
Rush in.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, That's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
12 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Alert!
57. Mike, 57.
Ran!
Now it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. the intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Bears 36, Chargers 33.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey! Wait!
58, boy, 58.
On 1st and 10, Rivers.
Come get some.
Incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Rocket! Hey! High 7!
Throwing again. Rivers going deep here for Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. And even 40 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He was brought down by Buster Screen. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Go!
58,
Load it!
50.
Load it!
3 buzz.
Behind!
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
You got tight right there.
They'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
First down, Los Angeles.
Rivers now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Sit up! 180!
57, come on!
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
49, check 49, check 49.
Check 50, check 50. Hey!
Blue, blue, blue.
24, watch the
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. Escapes the defender. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards on the ground. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
46-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Blue, blue.
Check 3. Kill.
Red, red, touch. Hey, ball. Yes.
From the gun, a give to Davis. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Check 26, check 26.
On 3rd down, Cohen. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
up. 180.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end great. Tight end.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Inside. Round 80.
58 to Mike. 58.
Done.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Loss of a yard brings up second and